Good evening, my name is David Lane. I'm with Bulldog Rooter. This is an upload video. Today's date's April 7th, 2019, and I'm about to perform a video inspection of the main line of 4408 North Maple Street here in Spokane, Washington. Called out for a mainline blockage this evening. Found standing water in the basement, a large puddle from the washer. Began cabling. Was watching the water drain slowly, continued cabling, and eventually hit a spot, a little bit of a rough spot, and the water left the pipe completely. You'll always be able to tell where the bottom of the pipe is by where my camera light is and by where the little bits of water are in the pipe. What we're looking at here is the Spokane City Sewer. This runs out the back of the house in the alley. And we're going to continue pulling back. This is pulling into a concrete hub, which is connects there's the clay tile, the orange clay tile pipe, and the homeowner is responsible for everything from the hub back to the home. This is 6-inch clay tile, bits of water standing in it, and we never want to see any standing water in our main line. My camera lens is 1.5 inches thick. That's a good kind of gauge for us. Got something on the end of our camera here. And here we pulled into the Orangeburg. So we just have a very short run, maybe a 10-foot run of tile, and then we transition into the Orangeburg. Now, Orangeburg is the least preferred type of pipe that we see. You actually see these blisters down the bottom of the pipe. Orangeburg has 3 life stages. It begins blistering, starts ovalizing, and then eventually collapses. Not to mention the blistering causes backups. I'm certain that the cause of the backup this evening was due to the type of pipe. I mean, you can see that doesn't even look like a pipe anymore. The blisters and the standing water and such. The pipe definitely looks to be on its last legs. This water's 1.5 inches deep in some places, and the reason it's real bumpy and choppy is because we're going over all these blisters. You can see them there. It doesn't even look like that should be the bottom of the pipe, bottom of a circular pipe, but it definitely is. See, that's a blister. Some of those blisters are 2 inches tall, and in places where that water is, we can actually venture to say that the pipe is rotted out in those places. Now we're riding a blister in between the wall of the pipe. See, that's a huge blister right there. We're talking massive. And then we go into some pretty deep black sludge standing there. And mind you, this is after running a cable down the pipe. Before, it would have been much worse. But essentially, you can only cable this stuff so many times before it's going to, the structural integrity of the pipe is going to be jeopardized more so than it already is. And we're just passing 36 feet from the city sewer coming back. See, and there's a lot less blistering, a lot less water, and you can actually see where the blisters have been broke off there. This is the real abrupt edges of the pipe. Still doesn't look like it should be a smooth surface though, but it definitely once was. Orangeburg was implemented, we see earliest at 43 after Pearl Harbor. We thought we were saving money, for the war, saving metal and such. And we see it all the way to 79. It has a life expectancy of 50 to 70 years, whereas that clay tile pipe we saw, concrete, cast iron, they all have life expectancies of north of 100 years. So you can see just in a life expectancy how volatile this stuff is. See, this is a pretty decent I mean, it's not great, but this is pretty decent Orangeburg right here. It's a drastic difference from that batch that we saw downstream from here. And you can actually even see,
little oval almost there.
yeah, you can see the ovalization of the pipe there. That's what we're kind of looking for, is those joints. The pipe will actually start to look like a hamburger. You know that the weight of the ground is actually pressing down on it. More blistering, more. There's a long run of Orangeburg. We're talking, shoot, this started at 10 feet, and we're just now passing 66 feet, so we're looking at 56 feet of Orangeburg, which is more than normal. I feel like we got a toilet flush coming down the pipe, so that's going to be the water that we see. I feel like they ran a lot of the Orangeburg after the property line as well, into the 6-inch, because a lot of where the problems are is that 6-inch Orangeburg. There's our toilet flush that we saw. Let that go by. Here we transition to the cast iron. Cast iron normally stubs out from the house 3 to 5 feet. And there's the clean out we're working out of. Again, my name is David. I'm with Bulldog Rooter. Today's date is April 7, 2019, and that's going to conclude your video inspection of the main line of 4408 North Maple Street here in Spokane, Washington. Thank you very much for choosing Bulldog Rooter.